All right, guys, now we're going to talk about actually letting horses in to eat. So a couple things to remember is you do not want to be putting feed out here when horses come in. So right now we have 14 scoops in here for our 13 horses, which includes our bump bucket. We wouldn't want to be walking around in here with the wheelbarrow with scoops of food when the horses come in. Horses aren't aggressive. They're not going to go out of their way to hurt you. But if you're in between them and food, that's when you can get hurt. It's all about putting yourself in a safe position. Before I ever even think about letting a horse in here, I want to kind of take a minute, make sure the gates are shut, make sure all the other calf jocks are out. Then I also want to make sure these buckets are spread apart so they're not too close to each other. That's when horses will kick and bite each other. But then also one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count all my horses. So right now I've already verified that I have 13 horses in here and that they're all up. This would be a time when, if you had your buddy walking the track and he's not up here yet, there's a chance that there's a horse in the back, or there's a chance that horse is just being slow and taking a minute to get up here. So you want to visually count all of them. It's really difficult in the mornings when it's dark, and in the evenings when it gets dark too, later in the semester. But it's crucial that you don't, if I only had 12 horses up here and I let them in and that horse is dragging ass way in the back, he might not get any food. So make sure you let them all, make sure they're all up here before you ever let them in. Before I let these guys in, I just want to let you know that when you're letting them in, you're not just opening the gate and closing it. You're inspecting each horse. You're looking at their gait, you're looking at their legs, making sure there's no scratches or they're not favoring a leg or limping. You're also looking at their noses. You want to see if there's any respiratory issues. If they're snotty noses, that's something you'd want to talk to a vet about. And then you also want to look at your eyes. That's the one place that we potentially see some cuts. So when I'm letting them in, I'm going to open this gate in towards me, and I'm just going to get out of the way. I'm going to stay behind the gate. It is not a good idea to be walking around in this catch pen while horses are running around. So I'm going to let them in. I'm going to verify that they all come in, and then typically what you want to do, like on let's say a regular day in the semester, you're going to want to shut this gate behind them. And that's so, let's say I needed to treat a horse. Let's say Buster right here has a cut on him and I report it to the vet, but you don't want to leave this gate open because once Buster's done eating, he might go out into the track and then you're going to have to go catch him. Go ahead and shut this gate behind you. Also, the vet might just have to do something quick for a horse, or on days you need to catch horses for Courtney Cares, you don't have to go out into the track and get them. It's just a good habit to get into. So we're going to go ahead and let them in, and we'll watch how I inspect them, how I open the gate, and I'm going to stand right here until they're all in and shut the gate behind them. And like I said, I'm looking at all their eyes, their legs, and their noses.